It is... What is it? The Michigan State Judo Championships or something like that. I don't even know what it's called. All I know is I'm going. I signed up for 2 different weight classes. I know people always say, like, they're always, oh, think positive. No, I legitimately don't think I can win. When it comes to judo, it might sound bad because I know that's all I train, but I really don't care if I win or lose a judo tournament. It doesn't really mean that much to me. I compete for the team. I compete because, I mean, why not? I'm training it, might as well compete it. It's a great experience, but I honestly don't care if I come home with a medal or not. So it's not about thinking positive, it's about thinking what I actually think is going to happen. What I think is going to happen is I win 2 matches, lose 5 or 4. The sport of judo is obviously not to land flat on your back. It's to throw the opponent and have them land on their back. If I land on my side or if I land on my stomach or like in a turtle position, I think my groundwork, my newaza, I think it's good enough to beat most people there. Like my groundwork is pretty much the only thing I'm good at in judo. I think as long as I don't get ippon, which obviously is going to happen at least once or twice, but as long as I don't land flat on my back, I will be able to tap out or maybe even pin most people I compete against. Look at this dude. Boy, if you don't get your goofy self in here. I haven't recorded like a vlog in like 2 years. This is weird. One of my fellow judokas that I train with, so we're both signed up for 2 weight classes. There's a good chance that at least one of the weight classes that we're fighting in we're pretty much guaranteed to be in the same tournament, at least one of the tournaments, maybe both of them. So we might actually compete. Yeah, that's right. I got that shirt on, baby. Flip. There we go. So I got all my stuff here. Got my gi, my food, my clothes. Yeah. Ugly. So I'm going to drive over to my dad's, we're going to hop in his truck, and then we're going to go to Michigan. That's what it's going to be. Also, I didn't mention, so this is what I'm going to do for the weight cut when it comes to if I'm weight cutting or not. I haven't eaten anything today, I don't think. No, I haven't eaten anything today, actually. Wait, no. I have not eaten anything today. I might actually try and cut to 145. We'll see how it goes. I mean, I was 151 yesterday. I think I can get to like close to 145. Because that's what I signed up as, so. Driving. So I'm obviously not eating. Dad's going to eat Arby's in front of me. Weight cutting makes me not want to record anything. I'm really lazy right now. We're back in the hotel now. We went to get Arby's like I said earlier, but when I was pulling out, trying to pull out, I was right here, and there was a car sitting next to me. And it was flashing its lights at me. I was like, what the heck? Because I was trying to turn that way as well, where the car was just sitting there. I'm like, okay, I see the car. I don't know why it's signaling me. It's sitting there flashing, and eventually I'm like, okay, screw it. I'm just going to start driving towards the car. So I turn towards it, and then lo and behold, it's Joven and his sisters and John all in that car. I'm just like, that's why they were flashing at me. So, naturally, I just drove straight towards them as they backed all the way up until we couldn't pull that game anymore. Joven turned off to the side. I left to get Arby's. That was really weird because I was like, why is this dude flashing his lights at me? Turns out it's just Joven. Oh, I'm hungry. That's a fact, though. I mean, I just talked to the coach. And Sensei Gabe. Now I know everything that's going on more in detail. I went and saw my other teammates just to talk to them briefly, see how they're doing. Apparently everyone's going to sleep, well, which I'm supposed to be doing, but, I'm me. And so all I'm going to do now is probably watch my old judo match real quick. Then probably actually start editing this video until I fall asleep because editing is boring. So that's going to put me to sleep real quick. It is currently 4:30 in the morning. I got to be up in 3.5 hours. It's just, that's what happens when I go to bed early. I go to bed at 9, 10, 11, 12. I'll wake up in like a few hours, and that's what happens. So I'm just going to sit here and do nothing for a few hours. All right, I am up. I am ready to do this. So I'm going to go cut some little bit of water weight. Here we go. That was not fun. just ready to eat something. But now we're gonna head to weigh in, and then that's when I could be normal again.
You'll never be normal.
All right, we're at the place. I'm gonna go weigh in. I'm gonna let you guys know what I weighed. I did it. I made weight. I was honestly not expecting to make the perfect weight. Well, not the perfect, but sort of the perfect weight. 145.9, which in their books is 145, which is perfect. That's literally as perfect as you can get if you want to weigh in as 145, is 145.9. I'm gonna eat a lot. I won't really show you what, doesn't really matter, but I'm gonna eat and drink a lot and then chill for like a few hours. Just ate all my food. I had time to reflect that. I mean, I'm super, not shocked, but like I got perfect weight, 145.9. I looked at my tournament brackets, and as I stated earlier, how I said I might fight a friend. Well, we're booked to fight, so we're fighting no matter what. We're competing against each other no matter what. Yeah. So they just remember how I said my Newaza was my best chance of winning. Well, turns out they did a rule change on the novice belt division, so white belt from green belt can't do chokes. Since the chokes are gone, I literally don't care about this anymore. Like, my whole plan was to like not get thrown, choke. So honestly, I really don't care if I lose. Honestly, I'm just coming here to say I'm actually like, this is like the least nervous I've ever been because I do not care about this anymore. Since they banned chokes, I'm like, this is nothing to me. But I'm guaranteeing at least a bronze in one weight class, and the other weight class, we'll see how that goes. That's the biggest weight class in the adults. So I come hide in this corner when I'm recording because like when I walk away, I'll have it like this, like I'm talking to somebody. So people think I'm talking.
Go, 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 go.
Come on, Nick.
Again.
Let's go, Nicholas.
There you go, go.
Get your grips. There it is.
Go.
Whoa! Yo!
Come on, Nick.
Go. Get your foot out. Just get the foot there you go, right there.
Maybe there is. You got some? Good job today, boys.
You just gotta capture these moments.
And you for beating my ass. All right, so the tournament is over. Everything's been done. When I get home, so I'm gonna do a breakdown just like the last time. Show all the matches in their entirety, break down what I was thinking, and then that's the video. This is a long video, I understand that, but I wanted to be as in-depth as possible. Yeah. So Wazari is half a point. So if you get pinned for 10 seconds, that's half a point. If you land on your side when you get thrown, so if they throw you and you land on your side, that's half a point. Ippon, that's a point. That's pretty much an instant win. That's a win. Is Ippon. That's a full point. You land flat on your back, you lose. Ippon. If you get pinned for 20 seconds, you lose. Ippon. And then there's Shidos. If you're doing something you're not supposed to be doing, like you're being inactive, if you go outside of the circle, or if you, I don't know, eye gouge or go for a submission when you're not supposed to, you get Shidoed. So that's like a penalty against you. 3 penalties, you're out. Hopefully that explains it enough. Now there's something huge, especially for this first match, that when we were actually on the mat, we were exercising, we were warming up, and they announced out of fucking nowhere that there's no chokes allowed in the novice division, which obviously that's what I am, I'm a novice. The sensei actually asked, what happens if you tap? So if someone puts me in a choke, or if I put somebody in a choke and they tap, guess what happens? You get disqualified for submitting somebody. So if I put somebody in a choke and they tap, I lose the match. Because you did something that was illegal and they tapped from it.
That's so stupid.
Exactly. And obviously, joint lock submissions in novice are banned anyways. That makes more sense because, you can break an arm or you could Kimura someone's shoulder off. But the chokes, they took away from us as well. So I forgot completely that my gi is too small. The one that I train in, the one I use, is actually not regulation. So I had to get a different gi because my gi was too short. So I had to get one of Gabe's gis. I'm not even sure who gi that is. But it's funny. I don't know if it's caught, so I'm going to just mention it now. Eventually you will see my gi top switches again to John's gi, and it's huge. Because apparently that one's not even regulation. I'm so lanky, so that's the problem is I'm really long, but I'm not big. So either I'm gonna have it too short or it's gonna look huge on me. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's caught in video, but if you'd ever see me randomly switch to a giant gi, That's what that is in the future. Also, my wrist just hurts from nothing specific happened with it. It just hurts from the whole competition thing. But here we go. All right, my actual first match. And remember, if you tap to a submission, it's an instant disqualification for the other guy. Let's go.
Come on, Nick.
Hey, lift that leg. Let's go. Move.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Nick. Throw those hips around. Let's go. Finish that up. 1 and 2. Let's go. Moving around. Lift the leg.
There's no choke.
No chokes.
No chokes in novice.
No chokes in novice. Hey, no chokes in novice. No chokes. No chokes in novice.
So this might be confusing, and it was hella confusing because if you tap, you instantly win the match. So this is what happened. I guess the ref didn't know that it was a novice division. I tap, stands up, he awards the winner. He awards the decision to my opponent. Obviously, the judges tell him, "Hey, this is novice. We probably should have told you that." And then, that guy's confused. Ref's confused. I know exactly what was going on. It's like I tapped the moment. You know how hard it is to choke me out. I never get choked out it's hard to choke me out in class.
It's very true. Coming from a person who trains with him, it's hard as fuck.
So yeah, but the moment I knew he was going for my back, which was really weird because we were on the ground. I was like, why is he taking my back? That's a really weird decision because again, there's no chokes. He took my back. I'm like, okay, and then I feel him going around, and I know what a rear naked choke feels like. I know what a lapel choke from behind feels like. I'm like, what? Okay, this is weird. And the moment he did it, I was just like, I tapped because earlier we asked the ref, what happens if you tap? It's instant disqualification for them. I don't know what the first Cheeto was for. It might have been for pushing him out. I really don't remember. I didn't really see it, what the Cheeto was. But the second one, I definitely just pushed him out. I was just like, I'm just going to act like I'm going for a throw and move him backwards so he's out of the circle. So he had 2 Cheetos, which means 1 more Cheeto, as in if he goes for a submission, yeah, that's a disqualification. But the ref just pretty much asked, he honestly looked dead at me. He was just like, pretty much asking, it was a little bit longer of a conversation, but he pretty much asked, is it okay if we just go back to 2 Cheetos and then we start the match again? And at that point, I'm like, I'm not going to be that much of a heel. I'm not going to be like, no, he has to be disqualified. I could have defended that choke. I could have got out of that choke. I could have ended up on top. But I decided to play the rules, and it got us reset. And he was like, we're just going to start with 2 Cheetos. Is that okay? I'm like, sure, that's fine.
Come on, Nick. Right, Nick.
Come on, Nick.
Get your grips. There it is.
Woo!
Pretty much instantly off the rip, bro. The moment we started again, I just threw him. It was fucking. I didn't need the cheat to win. And when I leaned in and talked to him, obviously we talked after the match. You always do. I pretty much leaned in and I told him, you should have won that because I think we should have chokes. The rules, the fact that we don't have chokes is stupid. Now, it was really hectic because I was scheduled for 2 weight classes, as I mentioned before. They had me going back to back. So literally the moment I got off of there, I look over to mat number 2, and I'm like, my name's fucking up. So I'm on deck. So I literally just go over there and instantly step on the mat and start going again. So I'm not sure which point of the match this is at, but Jovan didn't know, obviously, because, it was a really hectic day. So I don't blame him for missing whatever part of this match he missed. I don't even know what the time is. at this match. But so we're just gonna cut to the middle of the match and we're just gonna go from there.
I didn't even know it started.
Man, I'm just realizing. Probably took it away.
Oh my god.
Come on, Nick.
Oop.
Let's go, Nick. Hey, manténlo ahí. Maintain it right down there. Let's go. Hey,
Whoa.
hey. God.
Damn.
Whoa. Hey, no arm loss.
Whoa! Yo! What was the point of that? Like, he wasn't gonna turn him over. That was just a home right.
Hey, get those arms up. Get those
Nick,
legs out.
smash that bottom leg down.
Get that leg out. Hey, Nick, you up. Don't let it grip you first. Let's go. Get that right arm up. Get that right up.
You know, he's doing good.
Let's go. That right up, right there. All the way up. Let's go. He's pushing back. Let's go. Manténlo ahí. Manténlo ahí. There you go. Right there. Work, señor. Acuérdate.
There you go, clear. Work the clear.
Sir, stay there. Get out of there.
Belly down, man.
Nick, push the head. Bump up.
All right, so I got pinned in that. I had a triangle, man. Like, I had a triangle in there. Just wish we could submit. There was a point that he also went for an arm bar. Again, me being a heel, he reached for the arm. So, of course, what I'm going to do, if he's reaching for the arm, I'm going to feed. I fed him the arm. I gave him an arm bar. I remember distinctively doing this. I did this to make it look like he was putting it in. And I feel bad about it a little bit, but he did shoot for the arm bar first. It's not like I just pretended he was going. He went for an arm bar briefly, so of course I went boom, and then you heard John and Gabe like, what the hell, he's going for an arm bar. I made it look worse than it was, so maybe he would get a Shido or something, which maybe he shouldn't have. Maybe he should have, maybe he shouldn't have. He didn't get one. I don't think he deserved to, but it allowed me to sit up and then get into his guard. Pretty much he had one arm here and then one arm around my head, and I was trying to push his head down to wrap my leg up and again go for another triangle to break the pin, but his head was just dug in there, like I couldn't move his head, so that's how we got the finish.
All the way through. Nick, let's go. Godai, Nick, go.
Come on, Nick.
Don't stick around.
There
Go
it is.
for it.
There it is.
Hey, put the hips around. Vamos. Go for it. Grip deep in the back. Go.
Come on, Nick.
Again. Lift the leg. Stay there, hook the leg. Nick. Walk away to the back. Throw those hips around. Vamos. You got this. Go for it. Deeper. In the back. Go. You turn now. Hey, grip. Let's go.
Come on, Nick.
Go. Lift your head up. Lift your head up. Let's go, Nick. Move, move, move. Throw the hips around, senor. Go. Push him away. Hey. Vamos. Let's go.
What the?
Nick, grip the sleeve, the left sleeve. Grip it first. Let's go and grip the back. Go. Lift the head up.
That one's the one I don't remember at all. I literally just gave up. I'm like, I don't want to fucking be here anymore. So I just tried to collect that leg, and then the pin was in too deep. I really didn't push super hard because I knew I had so many more matches to go. Again, I don't know if I lost because of the ippon from the pin or if it was actually, I don't know if it was a full osakomi or whatever they want to call pins, but it might have been just from the time limit. And he also had a Shido on. I had a Shido, so I don't know how I lost, but I lost, so it doesn't matter. So instantly get up, go to the next match, walked off, went to mat 2. And this one, I remember, so you can kind of watch it. I didn't really try at all. If I win this, I get silver. If I lose it, I get bronze. And I remember not trying at all for this one. So that's the context going into this one.
He doesn't want to miss. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Come on, Nick.
You're good.
Sorry.
Come on, Nick. That's my ringtone. Nobody's got that.
D? They're leaving right now.
No, they're up front. They're up front.
No, he's not. Oh, he's going for a choke. It's dangerous. Rotate. Put that ass in there. Throw that dunk it up.
All the way back.
Let's go, Nick.
Let's go. 1 and 2. Keep going, keep going. Hey, all the way to the bell. Let's go, let's go. Hey, go. Again. Grip, senor, grip. Go! There you go. That's what you have to do. Again. Take a deep breath. Deep. Go for it.
Rotate!
No, they're supposed to go.
That's it.
Anna has one more fight over here.
You got water?
You need a Gatorade right now?
Nick, all the way to the back. Let's go. Go, Nick. Rip this seat all the way to the back. Let's go. Throw those hips around. Throw the grip.
No.
Nick, go high and rotate.
The only thing to really take off of that is there was another choke attempt. He got shooted for that as well, but that doesn't really matter. I didn't tap that time because at that time I was like, I'm not gonna tap twice. That would be stupid. I don't think he would have got disqualified if I tapped anyways. The rules were so messed up. But enough complaining about the no choking rules. The reason I really lost that one, well, obviously because I gave up, but there's a few times I actually did solid attempts. There's a few close sort of moves that I just wasn't deep enough, or I just didn't grip hard enough, or grip at all. But at the very end, we were next to each other. I wrapped my leg behind his, and so when he pulls up, it just fucking like cranks it this way. So I let go of it, which obviously results in me getting thrown in the air and slammed. So I remember that vividly. I'm like, okay, like he did it, he cranked it. I felt the knee. I'm like, well, looks like he's gonna win, or I'm losing my knee. So I just let go of it, and then I fell. And that's how I lost that one. So this is with my teammate actually. He signed up for 2 weight classes as well. I mentioned earlier in this video, in this vlog, that I might be fighting him. Guaranteed, I was fighting him in the bracket. So we were both doing the same thing. Every time I was on one mat, he was damn near on the other mat. We were both going back to back. The way they organized it pretty much fucked us over because we were going non-stop. And so we were both going non-stop until we meet up and we're like, okay, at least we know we're both tired. And we train all the time. In the last few like sparring matches or Randoris that we did before the tournament, we were kind of like 50-50 on who would win each time. So we were both looking forward to this one. We knew this was going to happen. So I'm not sure at what point this match, I think this is the very beginning of the match that Joven started at. Again, it was really hectic. So we were just going nonstop. And then so this is what I didn't really care. I obviously would like to win, but I didn't really care if I did or not because it was my teammate. And this is my favorite match. I don't really remember many of these matches. Let's see, this is my favorite match of the whole thing, so we're going to see how it plays out.
I'm too busy sitting here watching. Oh yeah. That was the main question. Okay. You want us to know? I didn't know she was on there. That way I don't have to go yell into the camera.
Don't worry, Gary. Yep.
It's like,
I don't know. I don't know.
That's not in my book. You want to explore Cassie United,
Why so good?
Learning lessons on it. A couple of days ago, like, I was like everybody's just showing
Like
Yeah.
I know I was wasting time on the ground. Every time I went to the ground, it made it look like I'm doing something, but I know how much it takes to turn anybody in my judo ever. We do a lot of newaza drills, so obviously I knew how hard it would have been for him to turn me over. I knew how hard it would be to turn him over, so I really just moved my hands because he was up 2 shidos. I only had 1 shido at the time, so I was just like, I was gonna waste the clock. Look, ref, I'm trying to do something. Don't stand us up. But you know, I only did that for this. So I remember wasting time. That's all I remember on the ground, was just looking at the clock and be like, okay, look, just waste time here. Make it look like you're doing something so they don't stand you up. But the best part was we have 2 shidos each, which means if there's a shido or anything, like if we get a shido, it's instantly over. And then I got a wazari, which was half a point because he landed on the side. Nice. At this point, in this weight class, you're not going to get a medal. The other weight class, that was wrapped up. I lost both. There was only 3 of us in that bracket. I got a bronze medal for showing up, pretty much. But this one, it was almost a placement match. I mean, you had to win if you wanted to get the top 3. So it was really all on the line, and we had a great match. Me and him both don't recall the ending of that properly. We both thought it was from a pin. Like today, I went to class today, and we both thought I pinned him. Yeah, so it turns out I actually threw him twice. Got 2 wazaris to win it. Who knew? I don't really remember this day at all, to be honest. Bro, stop looking at my pencils, bro. After that match with him, I was done for a little bit, so I actually had time to stand up, walk around, regain my breath. So that's good context for this next one. So this is kind of me fresh again. I always think my cardio is not like, my cardio is good, but I don't think it's my cardio that's great. It's my recovery that's pretty good. So like if I can get you on the ground and just recover, then when I come back, when I start pushing again, that's when I'm dangerous. So it's never really been my cardio necessarily that's been good. It's just more of my recovery and how quick I can recover. So this is me sort of coming back with good cardio again for my last match, and we'll see if I win.
Chris.
Wicked Nick. Come on, Nick. Come on, Nick.
Let's go, Nick. Come on.
Let's go.
Go for it. Go for it. Keep that kumi up. Let's go.
Woo.
Go for it.
Let's go, though.
Keep it there. Keep it there.
Yeah. Come on, Nick.
Pull. Get your foot up. Let's get the foot there you go. Right there. Keep it there. Keep it there.
Nick.
Go again. Go again. Go! Wake up, sir! Let's go! Come on, Nick! Go! Right! Go forward! Go! Aaron, you're behind! You need to fight like it! Keep the kumi up! Keep the kumi up! Roll him over! Nick, stay there. Tuck your elbows in. Tuck your elbows in.
Come on, Nick.
Hook the leg. Unhook the leg. Unhook the leg. There you go. Push up. Heavy stroke. Hey. Change the direction. Change the direction. Let's go. Go, 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 go!
That's how you
that was a
broke
great
it.
match. That's me when I was actually fresher, so that's what it looks like when I'm fresh. That was a fun match. I think he was a white belt. I know that was his first competition. I don't know what rank he was, but he did really. His Newaza turnover was really good on the ground.
His transition, yeah.
I think that's it. When it comes to the tournament, I got silver from that one. But a lot of people actually went around and talked to our me and Hana, the guy, my teammate that like went like nonstop back and forth. People were actually going up to our senseis and complimenting us. They're like, "These dudes are putting in work today," like stuff like that. Like just like those your guys? They're like, "Yeah." Like, damn, they're going nonstop because even though we look sloppy and we're tired, the fact that we're still in it. In fact, the guy who won gold in the 145 one, either the 145 division, the one that he didn't win a single match.
It was the second match.
Yeah, my second match ever. He was sitting over when I went to talk to him after all my matches. And he actually was upset at himself for not doing more, and he complimented me. He said, you did better than me today because you actually did more matches. I'm like, bro, what? You won gold. How did I do better than you? So yeah, pretty much, I guess different mindsets. Like he got gold, but he was complimenting me, and he was upset at himself because he only signed up for one weight class when me and my teammate, we signed up for two. We put in a lot of work, and I guess that everyone there sort of liked that more than the where we ranked. And also we're just yellow belts compared to fighting green, blue, and yeah, those higher up belts. There's one more thing I like to say. If you think you got a shot, come get some. I think it's May 18th or May 15th. Indianapolis, Indiana, South Bend Judo Club's going down for the state championships for our state. That was Michigan. I don't give a hell. I don't even want a gold from Michigan. You kidding me? You want to come watch or you want to come compete? Indiana State Championships, May 15th. And also the kids, the Judoka kids that I don't train with them. Their classes before the adult class. They came up to me and they did. There's two of them. They were like, "So what's up with this flinketing thing?" I'm like, "What? How do you know that word?" But I know because they watched the other video actually. It's funny because like way later, they also John, the guy who was a referee for me and Siobhan's blindfolded match. One of the kids says, "John's a bad ref." I was like, "Actually, he's a horrible ref." Did you see I actually did a match with him. John was the ref, and the kid says out of nowhere, literally, completely threw me off guard. He's like, "Is that the one with Trevon?" I'm like, "What? How do you know that name? You shouldn't. First off, you kids should not be watching the channel." Which I know.
I definitely should not be watching the channel.
No, but seriously, it's kind of cool that it's really cool that they actually knew. But it was just threw me so off guard that they just said, "Is that the one with Trevon?" I'm like, "Well, that you shouldn't know that name. He's the most inappropriate out of all of us." And also, it's just weird that you know his name. But no, it's really dope that they saw.
But
that.
I'm the most inappropriate out of all of us.
I now actively know that children are watching these videos, and yet I'm still misbehaving like all hell. I'm supposed to set an example as a judoka.
Who gives a fuck? Nothing that they think matters.
I don't even know what else to wrap it up. I mean, I don't remember that day very well at all, actually. I just drove home.
He's done with the video. Goodbye. That's how you end the video.
Grind your teeth.